guys, welcome back to Everyday Struggle. I am Nadeska here with Wayno and Academics. I hope all of you had a great weekend. I know Academics definitely did because we got new Drake music. We'll get to that. How are you guys feeling today?
I'm feeling marvelous. You know, these are
marvelous.
Days,
okay.
Yeah, you wake up and you realize how fortunate you are. You know what I mean? You have life. You are in good health, and you get to do something you enjoy doing every day. So I'm in a real great spirits right now. What's up with y'all?
I feel good as well. I woke up on the right side of the bed. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm very thankful for being here. Like you said, doing stuff that I love to do, that I continuously get to do. So I don't have much complaints today.
And also this weekend, you know, I didn't go to the trenches this weekend. I stayed inside. You know what I mean? I did some home improvement. Yes, okay. That's gonna be coming like you.
You mean you hired some people to do the home improvement?
Okay, damn it. You can't even let a nigga look like
Just clarify.
I see a poetic justice brace. Yo, you trying to kill him out here, yo. What's up, Nadeska?
Thank you, Ak. I was out of headbands, bro. I had no more headbands left. I had to do something. This is the temporary solution.
I think this is the best form of you. I think that's what the fans like.
A rare Academics compliment. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
I should have found a way to make it backhanded.
It's okay. You did that before we started rolling.
You always do that.
All right, you guys ready to get into some music and a little bit of drama. So over the weekend, some alleged reference track leaked for Travis Scott's album Astroworld. We heard Sci-Hi the Prince doing the vocals on those. It included Sicko Mode and Coffee Bean. So Sci-Hi definitely has writing credits on Astroworld on 4 songs: Sicko Mode, Coffee Bean, Stargazing, and 5% Tint. Now, of course, the conversation immediately went to, when this happened to Drake, it was a whole big deal. Is there a double standard when it comes to Travis? We know Sci-Hi is one of the greatest. He's actually been on Everyday Struggle before. He's worked with Kanye a lot. What'd you guys think when you heard these reference tracks?
Academics for I mean, you know, you've got a very special moment when it comes to Sicko Mode. So I want to know what you were thinking when this went down.
When I saw that, I was like, I mean, I credit. What do I credit Travis Scott with being? Just being the guy who created vibes, man. Like, he's nowhere near Drake. I've seen you credit his lyricism before, which I would think you would feel offended, but I didn't feel that much offended. Again, when I was just a fan before, I kind of like, I keep using this word, see behind the curtain and see what the fuck niggas is doing back there in the industry shit. I was thinking that every lyric, every melody just came up on the artist that we love. We love Travis. A lot of people don't know too much about Sci-Hi the Prince. So when, you know, like, when I was a fan, I would be disappointed. Now I understand this is par for the course. If you're gonna create a great album, sometimes you're gonna have to lean on others. Sometimes, and what's really missed here, because everyone's trying to vilify Travis Scott, is that a lot of, you know, great lyricists or people that are great with the pen, even if their career hasn't gone to certain heights, they have repurposed their talents to help others. And they still collect the bag that way. You know what I mean? So salute to Sci-Hi the Prince. But of course, Travis Scott, like, I mean, Travis Scott ain't no fucking lyrical genius.
I wasn't surprised at all when I seen this, because if anybody knows Travis, he's been having references since Birds of the Trap McKnight. Like, and another person worked on that with him. You know, I mean, I know that from being behind the scenes. But like, when it comes to Travis, the difference between Drake and Travis is that I think that people is just more critical of Drake because he's positioned, or he's shown as the #1 guy. You know what I mean? Like the best rapper. Nobody thinks of Travis as being the best rapper. And I do think he has clever lines in there, whether he writes them or not. Like, I do think that he delivers like really clever lines from time to time. But I don't look at
he did that.
Exactly. But I don't look at it. I don't compare Travis as like the top 5 in rapping. I think that he's great at making music, but I don't think he's...
Yeah, has Travis ever mentioned that as one of his intentions? We know that Drake wants to be considered one of the greatest lyricists of all time, but I kind of feel the same way as you guys do. I always go to Travis for the vibe. I love his production, but I don't recall ever hearing him. What am I saying? I don't recall having ever heard him say that he wants to be one of the best lyricists of all time.
All right, okay. Because you know what? Now, now as a Drake fan, I start getting my little feelings back, okay? Now, when we, again, maybe not lyricists, so forget the lyricist conversation. We're just talking about top 10 overall, right? Mm-hmm. Even now, contemporary speaking. Does this knock Travis down a little bit? Because, again, this is a guy clearly has a history of using writers, just like how Kanye got a history of using writers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's very open with it. By the way, it was very ironic, and this might slip people's minds. Tory mentioned that he wrote some shit for the nigga before, and then he didn't appreciate that Tory mentioned it, and then they came almost, like, they almost
Oh,
got
that's
it.
what that was over?
I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know what that fight was about.
He was like, yo, he's like, how y'all saying I sound like niggas when I wrote for niggas? I wrote their sound. Which now, you know, we love Travis so much we ain't want to believe it till you hear the reference tracks. It's like, oh yeah, wait, Sicko Mode is really another nigga? And I still love the song. But does this knock Travis down a little bit? Because, you know, I look at Travis, or I used to, as like an artiste, you know, not only with production, not only with creating and curating the vibes and all this rodeo Astroworld stuff, but also like, you know, really making great songs, having a particular sound. And if we're to believe what we're hearing from these reference tracks, this shit could have been created by a couple niggas in the Travis Scott sweatshop.
The Travis Scott sweatshop. Well, look, I don't. This is the thing, right? Like, I think I'm at the point now where like I really don't give a fuck anymore if anybody writes their music. Like, just to keep it all the way 100, man. Because it's like
clip that.
No,
clip it.
I don't give a fuck because it's like, okay, we spent the whole summer on the Drake shit 5 years ago, right? We spent the whole summer wondering if he was gonna make it back from it, this, that, and the third. All the energy that Drake took is for Travis to be alright. So like, it doesn't even matter to me, for real. I don't care.
I'm glad Wayno said that because I would expect Wayno to be like, nah, man, my favorite. Imagine if I heard that Jay-Z ain't write song cry. Or
I did that. Listen,
like,
I said that so many
If
times.
he didn't write the intro, the volume. No, like, I think at this point. By the way, for one of the Drake songs recently, like there's a reference track for it, the Grease joint. I just think we went through that already. We're becoming less and less desensitized to hearing that our favorite rappers or artists have help. And also we're realizing that most of these artists are rappers, singers. So
my question
it's hard
is this,
to judge.
When going into the future, right? Going into the future now, when we start doing these top fives and these top tens and these top threes and all that shit, do we rate the team along with the artist, or do we just rate the artist? Like, is it a cumulative effort? Like, do we say, okay, we're gonna rate artist A and such that wrote for him against artist B with such and such?
Do you count that when you guys are ranking Kanye in your greatest of all time list?
I never count
Kanye
when I rank
openly
Kanye.
works with people to write his music.
Well, I guess this is where I gotta ask Wayno. So this is where Wayno getting his Rockefeller back. Right? You know what I mean? He's there interning. Okay, you gotta let me know.
There you go.
I'm gonna be honest. It's such commonplace, and fans just don't know. It's such commonplace. I mean, even the artist that you think isn't lyrical, they're using help. So it's not like the people who are trying to get works of a certain level of lyricism or complexity that's getting help. The nigga who's rapping Goo Goo Gaga, he got help. Like, he has a nigga being like, yo, Goo Goo Gaga. And like, trust me, it's like that. Reference tracks and all that. Wayno,
What?
I'm thinking this has probably been practiced for a while. We're just only hearing about reference tracks. And of course, Drake was one of the most visible and top artists that we heard the reference tracks for. But going back into the 90s and early 2000s, are we really sure that none of these niggas have reference tracks or anything?
No, listen. I know for a fact. Let me tell you something. I know for a fact. Remember, now I gotta go back in my Rockefeller bag. Young Chris.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Young Chris has wrote for artists. I watched him write a whole album for somebody before. You know what I'm saying? Like, people have done it. I just think that it's changed. Before, it was just like, okay, it used to come out as like the ladies, you know, a lot of the ladies. And I think that's why Nicki was so big on her sticking with her pen game, because it's like, you know, when they compared her to Kim and everything, people have written for Kim. And Kim has been open about that. I don't think she's been shy about that. I think Foxy as well, you know. And Nicki's whole thing was like, I write my own shit, because it was always looked at as for a woman to be in the game that somebody had to write for her, right? Now, then it started getting exposed that it was for dudes. And then, like I said, with Drake, yeah, I was that little kid, teenager that was like, nah, man, you gotta write all your shit. Okay, cool. I don't disqualify him as being one of the best artists. Now today, this shit has happened for so long, and I know so much that's happened behind the scenes. I don't care anymore. I don't give a fuck. Like, it doesn't matter to me. Like, okay, y'all niggas we not in a time no more. I think, I'm not gonna say Drake is the last like top tier lyricist, but I feel like Lil Baby is gonna be one of the top lyricists. But I think that I don't want to say that lyricism is dying, because there's gonna be people who always keep that alive. But I think the way that people enjoy hip hop for what we grew up on it for, that shit is becoming obsolete for people totally writing their own lyrics. as far as being the best guy in the game and writing your own lyrics. Like that's gonna be totally obsolete one day.
I'm wondering who. All right, clearly J. Cole and Kendrick. If we heard reference tracks, I think that would re-spark.
Academics, relax, chill out, man, chill out.
No, hey,
now you bringing me back. Now you bringing me back.
No. But that's something we would actually care about. Also, Kendrick himself has he's had multiple bars rapping, dissing other niggas that have ghostwriters, right? Mm-hmm. But I even think about Baby, as you mentioned, Baby, right? Like
Baby and Roddy Ricch. If we heard reference tracks for both of them, how would you feel?
Well, Roddy Ricch sings a lot. Baby be killing these verses.
Yeah, Baby.
If I heard a reference track for like emotionally scarred, I would feel emotionally scarred. Like, you know what I mean? I would be a little bit hurt. But you know what I mean? Right. And by the way, I heard a lot of things, man. I've just heard a lot of things. I ain't gonna say who I heard. Yeah, some of our favorite new artists. Somebody told me, yo, listen, that nigga y'all like and he be doing all these stuff. Every time we had a studio session with him, he ain't never recorded in front of us. I don't know. There's a lot of spookiness.
If I heard a reference track for something to prove, I would feel away. I would feel away. But I mean, ultimately, man, I don't give a fuck anymore, man. For real. I don't care.
Hold on, let me ask you a question. And this is my last one.
All right.
If somehow a random Gilly the Kid reference track popped up for Wayne, like just it popped up. I don't know when he was supposedly helping out. It popped up. Of course, we give Wayne so much credit. We've seen him record. We've seen documentaries of him just record hit after hit, him just smoking and doing it. If that popped up, would you look at Wayne different?
You know what? I think that when we talk about these reference tracks, it depends on the track. So it's like if it was The Mob from Lil Wayne, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was like the Receipt or like even when it came to Drake. When it came to Drake, it was like, okay, he's taking the cadence and the flow. If it's Drake's fucking Stay Scheming verse, then I'm like, come on. Like that really would have blew my mind. Like for real, like that really would have blew my mind if it's Drake.
Chubbs wrote that shit.
Right. Or if it's like Tuscan Leather. You know what I mean? Like if it's Tuscan Leather, then I'm like, because these is the moments where I'm like, oh nah, this nigga could rap his ass off. So I'm just viewing it a little bit differently. You know what I'm saying? But like ultimately, man, what the fuck? We've seen the craziest things happen. So
I would say ultimately just shout out to Sci-Hi. He's just been doing such great music behind the scenes for so long. And I feel like when he finally dropped his solo album a couple years ago, I don't know if it got as much love as it deserved. I like the project. So shout out to Sci-Hi. Keep doing the great work. We appreciate it. I love Coffee Bean. Let's get into some music today. For Hit Brick or Wait on It, we're going to start, of course, with Drake featuring Lil Durk, Laugh Now, Cry Later. So this is apparently the lead single off Drake's 6th album, Certified Lover Boy's first collab with Durk, although they've known each other for a minute. How'd this one hit for you guys?
All right, you want me to go first?
Don't matter, man.
I'm gonna keep it 100. Like I'm gonna keep it 100. This is the best presented record of 2020.
Wow.
Like the video. Like the video makes the song. Like I don't know if I hear the song the same way if I don't watch the video along with it for the first time. Is it Drake's best lyrical effort? No, it's not. But it's like nobody's. First of all, you can't even. I know people who have went to job interviews at the Nike headquarters. You're not even allowed to take pictures of the store, inside the store, none of that. Like you're not allowed to take pictures on the campus, none of that. This nigga did a whole video on the campus, and then he played into all the stereotypes of Drake. You know what I mean? Like all the stereotypes of him. He played that card back in the video. So I think that is just the best presented video. Like this is the type of shit that should win a video of the year. So I mean, if we going Brick Hit or Wait on It, it's definitely a hit.
What's the face for?
Yeah, Wayne must be smoking some shit.
What?
Fuck the video. The video is garbage to me.
The video is garbage?
Yeah, it was too much pandering. Like overt Nike.
Oh my god.
Overt Nike product placement. I don't want to watch an infomercial. This is rap, brother. Like I don't want to watch an infomercial. I get it. You just signed your nice deal with Nike, but I felt like it took away from the music a bit because it was just only Wayno. I get it. Hip hop is changing shit, but motherfucker, he's pushing a shopping cart around Nike, my nigga. Is that really the thing? That's what makes the song. If that makes the song for you.
No.
It just proves that this song is
using one point about him pushing a Nike card, dog. He brought out two of the concept Maybachs. Like it's certain shit that he did that
The car is
plays a
dope. The
certain
car
way.
is dope. But every athlete in
He
the
put
video
Dirk on
is
his
a Nike.
first single, bro. He put Dirk on his first
my
single.
God.
You get extra
Salute to
points for
Dirk.
that.
I'm just
You
only
get
talking about the
extra points.
video though. I'm talking about the video, bruh. Y'all could have did something else with the video, man. This little pandering to Nike shit. Of course, it's probably some contractually that they have to go, get off. But I don't want to watch a Nike commercial. Just like I wouldn't if Kanye gave an Adidas commercial. I don't want to watch that either. This is rap music, okay?
I can't believe
go
he's
do the
saying this
commercial
exactly.
and air it at the Super Bowl or some shit, whatever y'all trying to do. But when I'm hearing these type of vibes, I'm hearing music, I don't want to see you pushing a fucking shopping cart around the store, okay?
Getting
Just
tagged
be
by
honest.
Marshawn Lynch, all of that, the KD shit, like none of that's dope. None of that's dope. Back like all that
It's
shit is
not
trash.
dope because it's not dope when you understand the insights behind it. They're all
Act,
Nike
speak as a
athletes
fan.
and-
Act, speak as a person who enjoys seeing dope shit and not as this fucking technical breakdown guy. Did you not enjoy that 4 minutes of the video? Like you didn't
Fuck
like
no.
it at
To
all?
keep it real, I didn't start liking the song until I started listening on Spotify because they're cutting too much breaks. Drake is
It
doing
sounds like
fake crying.
Spotify's cutting you a check because every time you say you listen to something, you keep.
All right, I'm
mentioning
listening
them.
on Apple. All right, you know what? I'm
Just say
listening
listen to the song.
I'm listening to it on Wayno's homie service Tidal. I'm on Tidal. I'm listening to this shit
There
nonstop.
you
It's
go.
super. What's called hi-fi. Okay,
Right.
but yeah, no, flossless audio by the way, or lossless, whatever. Anyway, but I didn't really. The video didn't do that much for me. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I wish the video was some shit where like it was a bunch of chicks. I ain't gonna lie. That sounds cliche.
All
But
right, well, it's too late now.
Listen.
So you hate the video, but you really love the song.
The song is growing on me.
It's growing on you. Do you feel like it's a
Bro,
strong
yo.
lead single?
I don't think it's a strong lead. I don't.
That's good because you know what? By the time we get to October, he gonna be like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, this shit the vibes. I threw that little ambiance on in the new crib, had some friends over. I ain't gonna lie, wait.
I haven't played. I just got some sound system.
He gonna be like, I ain't gonna lie, that shit hit different when you got the Nike Tech sweatsuit on. I ain't gonna lie. You know how he do me, that's good.
I see it coming.
It might though. It might though. You got. I'm allowed to change my mind. But right now, I think it's going to do well. However, it's not my favorite song. By the way, I'm comparing his first single from Scorpion to this. That was God's plan. I thought that had a lot of impact. People really wanted it. I think the moment for this song is that him and Durk did a collab. By the way, Durk bodied it. Salute to Durk. Durk is as silently transformed into almost damn near a superstar in front of our eyes. A couple years ago, he was dropped off Def Jam or he left, whatever the case is. Now he's having the best comeback of any artist in the game. Salute to Durk. But this song, I'm cool without the video. It's cool.
All right, let's check in with
I want it up to-
Academics in 2 weeks when he changes his mind. Real quick, what do you guys think about the album title? So according to Complex, Drake and his team tried to copyright Certified Lover Boy back in February, but the application was denied because it's used by a clothing brand in Michigan and it could also be confused with the name of a Canadian rock band. Certified Lover Boy. You like it?
I don't know what to expect with that, but
I love it.
I guess.
I
He
love
loves it. He loves that already, though.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. Because when it comes to Drake's albums, I like vulnerability, and ever since he's gotten more and more successful, more and more rich, he's now sounded like, you know what I mean, a nigga out of like Shadows or some shit like that. He sounded like Mad Max from Shadows. Oh, he talking his gangster shit. He's beefing with niggas. It's all good, but I miss the times where he was talking about he was fucking up the double cheek kiss. He was insecure because a girl didn't want him. Now he just talk about everybody want him. He got all the money. Like, there's no more problems in Drake's life.
It's growth.
Trying to
Academics. Don't you love his growth?
Identify with the broke niggas who still have girl issues like us. You feel me? So when I hear Certified Lover
You're
Boy,
broke?
I'm
What are you
guessing,
talking about right now?
Yo, that's what are you talking
You
about?
can't post a mansion and then claim to be broke.
That's the
Ooh.
Airbnb. Soulja Boy told me.
You can't be talking spicy like it because now you looking.
I'm
funny in the
broke.
light. Academics, you looking funny in the light because you can't be talking greasy to people about how they living and you talking about you broke. I'm just,
Well,
just putting that out
that's
there.
only when the Henny's in the system and I need to flex. But right now, no. See, I'm here working. Wait,
Okay,
I'm trying to get some
everybody,
money. Okay.
Put this on record. Act just
No. Stop.
Hennessy is his battery.
Stop. Don't start no fucking narrative. All I'm just trying to say is I think this could be something relatable, something vulnerable, and I want it.
Okay.
Wow, deep. All right, how about this one? Nas, Ultra Black, produced by Hit Boy. This is supposed to be on Nas's upcoming album, King's Disease, dropping August 21st. So we know Nas has been paying attention. He did take a shot at Doja Cat on here saying we're going Ultra Black, unapologetically black, the opposite of Doja Cat. We did not get to talk about those old Doja Cat chat videos going viral. I believe we were on break at the time, but let's start with the record. Do you guys like this release from Nas?
Come through, Nas. Nas killed it. to me, I don't know if it'll perform like a hit, but you know, for Nas being a legend, this is a hit. It's a song that I like. I think that, you know, Nas seems like he's hungry, and to keep it real, he's addressing current shit. I like it. The fuck, let's keep it going.
Yeah, I think this is a hit too. I like the fact that like Hit Boy, if you're paying attention, you know, it's been Benny the Butcher said he has a whole album with Hit Boy. Now Nas has a whole album come with Hit Boy. I like the direction that Hit Boy is a little bit shifting in, showing that he could do other shit or the shit that people don't expect him to do. And this sounded exactly how I wanted it to sound, coming from those two put together. So I'm looking forward to that album, and I really like this joint, Ultra Black.
All right, so this next one, you don't really have to rate this for hit, break, or weight on it, but Saturday would have been Nipsey's 35th birthday, so Snoop dropped a song called Nipsey Blue. Did you guys like this tribute?
Yeah, I love this record. It just made me, you know, I feel like after knowing Nipsey, you know, for some years, and then, you know, we lost him, it made me appreciate the time I spent around him, every moment that we spoke, you know, everything that I learned being around him. So like this was just a reminder of that and why we love Nip so much. It was dope. You could tell that Snoop, he just wanted to pour his heart into something, and I think it was perfect timing.
Yeah, this song is a reminder of just, you know, really Nipsey's impact. You know, even when shit, I even, you know, posted like, hey, listen, you know, he would have been 35, and I think people sometimes they doubt like, wait, he wasn't that big musically before he passed. I think what people forget is that the impact he had on people, on everybody, from people who knew him and even people who didn't. Is really incredible, from OGs like Snoop to his peers to people coming up. So, you know, you have to stand a little bit off that. So, you know, I thought it was dope.
Yeah, so Nipsey was definitely a very principled man, and I think that's what we all loved about him. A lot of artists paid tribute this weekend, but one of the most confusing not tributes, I don't know, happened with 6ix9ine. So he posted a video of himself kneeling in front of a Nipsey mural in LA. You see him waving at people. He's playing a Nipsey song in the background. This definitely upset a few people, including The Game and Reason, who called him out for being disrespectful. 6ix9ine told TMZ he wasn't trying to disrespect Nipsey. He says that he loves him and he was trying to pay his respect. Do you guys feel like this was genuinely him trying to pay respect here?
I mean, since we here, you know what I mean? Since we're here, this is my thing. I have that question, academics. Like, why? You know what I mean? Why? Like, we know, you know, he troll, like this trolling shit is a little bit out of hand. To the point where even if like let's say I don't believe his intention was pure at all, but let's say it was, it won't be taken as such just because of your actions. I feel the same way about the Pop Smoke shit. You know damn well Pop dissed you. You know what I mean? He had something to say about you. And then when he came, when 6ix9ine was on live, he was talking about, you know, all your favorite rappers is dead and all that. Whether he said anybody specifically, you can allude that to, or you can attach that, you know, if we playing chess. I think that this is very, like, classless on his part. And I think that, like, somewhat he has a death wish, or he's daring or trying to antagonize the so-called streets, or whatever he like to put it, to try to do something with him, knowing that he's running around with 6 professionally trained armed guards. So my question is why? And do you think that this is something that he was trying to do as opposed to what he said, like him showing love?
I think you got to question the sincerity because it's filmed. Now, again, I don't know if there was friction there. I don't know if there was any communication there, but, you know, but a lot of people have spoken to the fact that, yo, listen, Nipsey vocalized before that he wasn't really rocking with you or your movement. I don't know if that disqualifies him from still paying respects, but I think it's the manner how you do it. You get me? Like, again, you're in LA, and if it seems like you're thumbing your nose while moving around, and then, of course, the ultimate place to do it where people would be like, yo, it would be off limits, would be at the Nipsey mural or in front of a store, and you're filming that, you know, and you're putting it up. Your sincerity is probably going to be out the window. So I think if he was really trying to pay respects, there's multiple ways he could have done it. I think filming it probably antagonizes more than necessary. Now, to your point, why? I don't know why. You know what I mean? I think you know, I made this comment before. I think he's still playing a very dangerous game for little and way more less reward than last time. I think people aren't falling for the same, like, okay, it's that turn your head effect, right? Like, wait, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like catch your attention type of vibe. and he's still risking his life. He's still risking the safety of others to, possibly get that. And that's why I'm saying he's playing a very dangerous game. I don't know why he would do that, especially with Nipsey. You know what I mean? Again, if I'm him, I would want to change some people's minds. Like, you can't play the villain forever. You want to change some people's minds that you're not that bad of a guy. There's some redeeming qualities about you, but clearly he's stuck in his ways. And also, sometimes I even look at him and I say to him, don't become kind of a character of yourself where you can't change. Like, look at Pump from a couple years ago. Like, all that gimmick stuff they used to be doing, yeah, it worked really good for like a year. And then this year, don't really work that much. Look at Smoke Perp. You just saw what would it sell. So I'm hoping he realizes you could pivot, still use your personality, but the whole disrespect everybody thing or playing on that line isn't always the best thing.
Yeah, and I think that's the only thing, because, I mean, honestly, man, if we're talking about in terms of just music or any of that other shit, he's irrelevant. He has to do something controversial in order for people to talk about him, and I feel like he has an addiction. And again, like, he's playing a very, very stupid game. And when you play these types of games, you're putting yourself, like you said, you're putting yourself and the people that you're employing at risk. And there's idiots out there that will try it. There are idiots out there that will try it. And I just think that, it just speaks to everything I said about him. This is the actions of a not good person. And he's showing it. You know what I mean? I'm just leave it at that, because I got a lot of other shit I could and would say, but this ain't the time nor the place. Nah, I'm not gonna just go off because I don't want to put my emotions in it. Because again, when we talking about Nipsey, this is somebody that I actually knew. This is somebody that I actually had a rapport with, and I just think that he's drawing the line when it comes to disrespect. And once you draw that line, he has to stay on that side now. As far as when it comes to how he's dealing with Nipsey and Nipsey's name and Nipsey's legacy, and when you play a dumb game like that, you get a stupid prize. So like I said, I'm gonna keep myself professional and keep my true raw emotions out of that, because like I said, this is not the time nor the place. But I just feel like, stop playing. Play with people who like to play. That's all.
Well,
I'm wondering if he's thought about, like, in how this has played out since. Like, remember when I told you, I was like, yo, he's probably gonna come back apologetic. I'm wondering if he had went that route and stayed away from this, how things would play out. If any different or if any better.
Well, can't rewrite history, and moving forward, it doesn't seem like he's making any big changes. So let's see if we could end on a positive note. Wayne was on ESPN recently, revealed that he has 2 new projects coming, Carter 6, but first, No Ceilings 3. It's a great mixtape series. Would you guys be looking forward to this?
I'm more excited about No Ceilings than I am the Carter 6. I'll say that.
I'm excited. I'm excited about both. Like, first of all, I think him continuing the Carter series, he built such a great legacy with it. He don't have to abandon it. That's his legendary album series. Keep doing it if you're gonna keep dropping albums. And of course, No Ceilings. Like, I'm expecting some real off the wall shit. I'm expecting him to, I think there's more pressure for No Ceilings 3 than there is for Carter 6.
That's fair enough. Let's see though. Wayne's really been out here this year doing radio. He's dropping a lot of music. It's nice to have him back. It seems like he's having fun again, which is great. Right. That is our show for today, unless you guys have any final thoughts, but we don't even have time for that. Guys, send us some fan questions. We're on Twitter at Everyday Struggle.
At least get to 30 minutes.
G's, and we'll see you guys here tomorrow on Everyday Struggle.